this is the thing this is the life lessons that women are going to learn. Because with men, we've learned this many years ago.
When you a pussy in real life, you can't do shit. No woman ain't learning nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Stop all this bollocks. Don't try to use this situation as some teaching tool for women, man. Don't be a dickhead. You yourself would never pick up a brick and put it in no woman's face.
I'm not
so why are you
about
going to be up here trying to jump on this little dickhead's bandwagon and talk like, you're going to be learning valuable.
You don't even want to listen to the point.
Man. Like,
you don't want to listen to the point. The point is not all men are going to be like me. Not all men are going to be like Scientific.
If I listen to men like you, I will not talk to men again.
Some motherfucker out there is going to
be listen to men like you, I will stop speaking to men because you sound like big pussyos at this point, man.
Scientific. What I'm trying to say is that women have to start to shape up. They're going to have to start behaving.
They're going to have to
control their behavior. You just agreed. Well, you just agreed that we all agree that the guy was in the wrong, taking it physical and making it violent.
Exactly.
The lesson women should be learning is don't go near violent, abusive men. That's the lesson they should be learning.
Don't behave like that in the streets where you slap a guy and then do the twerking afterwards.
Shut up, Banksy. When's the Vader done you over? You done shit. You asked about your fucking phone. Like, shut up.
Okay.
You're just jumping on bandwagon.
I'm a civilized man. But some savages are not.
Facilitate a little conversation. I'll agree with you, yeah? But we can say she's a horrible person. She's in the wrong. She caused this trouble. She shouldn't do slapping the guy and twerking and doing all that stuff. 100% I agree with you. She's wrong for on all those cases. Yeah. Now that's fine. Now what he's wrong for is aggravated battery. Yeah, which is a much more serious crime. Now he could do 10 to 20 years in prison. To hit a woman in the face with a brick. Just almost like attempted murder. Like you could punch someone in the face and cause serious injuries. And apparently he was a big guy. So what he's done is 1,000 times worse than what she's done.
Scientific. What you don't realize is that's not the point. That is not the point. This is what men. No, because listen to me, Tom. The fact is,
that's the point I'm thinking.
There are people out there who don't give a shit about prison sentences, who don't have any future or prospects. They're just gonna fuck her up, and she could end up dead.
Banksy, shut up, man.
She could end up in the graveyard while that guy ends up in prison. That still doesn't save her.
Shut up.
All right, I hear your point.
Sound like a dickhead,
but then do this for me.
What's going
on? I was interrupting you.
Yeah, but to be personal with it, and I don't like to, because I really like you as a nice guy, and you're really funny, mate. Anyway, but the point is this, is look, when Zabida attacked you, you had not done anything to physically warrant that attack. So we all can clearly sit around you and say, Banksy, mate, you were just out there making fun of people the way she does, the way everyone does. She's the one that crossed the line and done the thing that's most wrong. And we all can agree about that.
I think Banksy deserves
that. So otherwise, your point, Banksy, would be that you asked for it and you deserved it and you should have learned your lesson by now.
No. What you don't realize is, though, what Zabeda did was she was hiding behind her fucking man. She at least was wise enough to bring a man along. Because if she did that on her own, and I fucking retaliated and fucked her up,
you're scared of
she could end up in a far worse situation. So at least she was smart enough about it to bring another guy along. This idiot goes around and behaves like that without even bringing another fucking
you were not
man to
intimidated by him.
her.
You made fun of him. You made fun of him to his face right there. You weren't intimidated by him.
No, it doesn't matter. It's not whether I was intimidated by Waleed. What I mean is Zabeda was at least smart enough or streetwise enough to bring a bloke, another person to at least hide behind. This bitch is going out there on her own.
Can you stop agreeing with every single
thing?
Don't go on like Zabeda was scared of you.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about self-preservation. This woman has no sense of self-preservation because she lives in a lap of luxury of security, because for eons men have protected her, because for eons men have been told you can't hit a woman, you can't do this, and these women are fucking buck wild now. They're running around thinking there is no consequences to life. Zabeda, believe it or not, had enough of a way about herself to know that there may be some fucked up consequences. I better bring a bloke to put myself a shield in front of me between me and the man.
Because while Banksy,
we got Waleed as
well. Not being there, you would not have attacked her back. You still would have done the same thing and restrained yourself. Because
you may be right, you may not, but the fact is that you can't predict these things. So it's far better to actually navigate through life with some degree of awareness than to fucking be oblivious to it.
I hope you're not trying to claim that you're somehow like in the right, because you called the girl a thought to her face, and she like, I
she's
think,
a fucking fat slag. I don't give a shit. She is a thought, and I will call her a thought again.
She's not. Don't lie.
She's 100% a thought.
1 minute, bro.
She's the slapper that's got fucking
she's not a
baby
slapper.
daddy.
That's not true.
She's a slapper with a baby daddy.
It's not true.
Does she not have a baby daddy from a Somali guy?
Brother, what I'm saying is, she just gave you a little kick up the bum. Like, it's not like they rushed you. Like,
yeah, but what I mean is, it doesn't matter.
Like, someone called your mum a thought, right? Even if she worked in a brothel, if someone called your mum a thought to her face, and all he got was a slight little kick up the bum,
diverting the conversation.
No, but what I'm saying is, you only got a slight little kick up the bum. It's not like you got a brick in the face, is it?
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is,
as an example, so we should
look. All I'm trying to say is that you can't predict.
No, but I want to find out.
Violence will come once you enact violence upon another person.
Like, listen, injured? What happens
once you enact violence upon another person? You cannot then gauge and start putting boundaries on how much that violence is going to return upon you.
Reasonable force.
No. That is this bullshit British fucking law. In reality, people could pick up a brick and stick it in the face.
Banksy used to go Speaker's Corner and make fun of Muslims, by the way.
I still do, and there's still tosses, and Zubaydah is still a thought.
Guys, Lady D, go ahead.
Fucking hell. Thank you. So, Banksy, stick to that point. What level of violence did the Somali sister put on that guy for him to be using a brick on her?
Well, that's the part we don't actually know, because we only have her side of the story.
But we do know. I gave you the link a long time ago.
No. You gave me the link, and that link doesn't show any video footage of what actually happened.
It does. Go back. It's very in the beginning. Go in the beginning. Go to the bits.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this woman with an incredibly nasally and irritating voice commentate over it. But there is nothing. Does it show the man? Does it actually show the guy who threw the brick? It doesn't. None of the clips show the man that actually threw the brick. All the video footage is after the fact. And all we have is this woman's one-sided opinion of what happened. We actually don't have the both sides of the story, and we don't have certainly any videos.
That is very true. That is actually true.
Yeah, this is just one-sided fucking story. This is all from her perspective. And her behavior with other men indicates that she is the type who gets physical with people when she gets drunk. And she's all sassy and shit. Well, then here's your sassiness. Welcome to the world. Here's a brick to remind you of how sassy you are.
No, I don't think there's anything she did was justified with a brick. Like, that's not right. That was bang out of order. That was excessive, man.
It is out of order, but you can't behave in a certain way and then expect the world to just let you go. Sometimes they let you go. Sometimes there's a brick involved. That's all I'm saying.
Banksy, we all rely on freedom of speech
and find out.
Banksy, we all rely on our freedom of speech to be able to upset people and publicly say things that we know they don't like, but we know they have to hear because that's what we believe in, that's what we think. And maybe we're right, maybe we're wrong, it doesn't matter. But we all hide behind our free speech to give us the license to do that. Why doesn't she allow to do that? As long as she didn't commit no crimes, apart from slapping the guy, the twerking and the chatting shit about men, she is allowed to do that, and she doesn't deserve a brick for it.
Dude, it's the same as Speaker's Corner. We all go down there and we all think we have this freedom of speech. But sometimes you might get a slap in the face like Hatun, you might get a knife in the head like Hatun, or you might get a knee in the ass like me. We all accept that there is a possibility. So thus, we go there with that in mind. I don't go to Speaker's Corner thinking every day it's going to be wild and rosy and I'm going to be treated with hugs and kisses. I expect that I fucked around and there may be a knee in my ass waiting for me at Speaker's Corner.
Ideally, you should be allowed to say what you want.
Why are we assuming that this woman didn't deliberately provoke somebody, so she could get like a few extra TikToks going?
Yeah, of course she did. Of course,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but this is as long as she's like, bro, when she committed a crime and she crossed the line, that's where she's wrong. Otherwise, what do you think influencers do all day long? These YouTube people. They go around trying to annoy people to get a reaction so they can get loads of views.
Yeah, it's for the clicks. Well, this is again, fuck around and find out. That is
she's allowed to do
what
that.
I've been saying.
she's allowed to do that.
She's allowed to do it, but she has to then take the risks into account. She has to take it into the concept. Yes. No, because I just said to you, I go to Speaker's Corner thinking, assuming that there may be a need.
Did you call for the police when you were attacked? Did you call for the police, or did you?
Yes, and that's what she should have done.
Of course, he did.
Scientific. I did that.
So, but you did it. You called the police because someone was in the wrong. Yeah.
Scientific.
Otherwise,
Do you know what she was? Scientific. Do you know what she did after she got bricked in the face?
Yeah, she turned her Instagram on.
She went on Instagram Live. Did I go on Instagram Live? Did I go on my stream and start talking about how I got attacked? No, I called the fucking police.
That doesn't make what he did right.
Look at my ass.
I'm not saying he did. Why do you assume I'm saying this guy did? If they find this guy, he should go to jail. He should go to prison.
What he did.
In your opinion, just sum this up.
I've been saying that from day one.
All right, but who's worse?
From minute one, this man should go to prison for what he did.
Who's done the worst things? All the things that she's done without hurting someone or him.
You're trying to compare shit. I'm not comparing. What he did was exceedingly wrong, and it was way over the top.
Than what she did.
Way over the top. But what I'm trying to tell you is that the world is unpredictable and incredibly dangerous. And these women, they can walk around the world, fuck around, and never get any consequences for their actions.
That's not a point. Everybody knows the world is a wild and wonderful place. And, an equal and opposite reaction. If you do something, there will be a consequence and a reaction. Everybody knows that. But what we're talking about is whose actions and reactions are within the law or within decent morals. And you're agreeing with us that she was wrong, but he was much more wrong. So there's no argument here. There's no argument.
The argument is the argument is that women have to check their fucking behavior in public and stop having this sassy fucking attitude.
Bro,
no, of course he's wrong, but that doesn't change the world. That doesn't change the fucking people who are savages out there who are gonna fucking do shit to you.
So we should all bend over backwards for them, or
no,
what then?
No, what you have to do is you have to walk around with some level of fucking caution in your fucking head that if I'm gonna fuck around this area, what am I gonna find out? What's gonna happen to me? What are the consequences of my actions? That's how we operate in the real world.
She brought it upon herself.
Scientific. No. What you see? What you're saying is this: if I sit in a car, I put on a seatbelt, not because I expect an accident to happen immediately, but I know that driving a car has a potential for accidents. Now, your argument is, well, everyone else should drive properly. Everyone else should be careful. Everyone else should slow down. Everyone else should be fine. No, I don't fucking give a shit.
No,
I don't
because both things are required.
No, what it is that I put on the seatbelt because I'm protecting myself, because I know there are assholes out there who drive badly. That's why I put on the seatbelt.
Anyway. It's a legal requirement.
Yes,
anyway.
but I put on the seatbelt for that reason, not because I expect the world to suddenly become better drivers. And that is exactly the same as when women go around fucking about in the streets at night and expect the world to be fucking right.
I will accept your point. Banksy, I will accept your point if you agree that it was your fault that Zabida attacked you. And what you did was just as bad as what she did.
No, I take a portion of responsibility because I fucked around and I found out.
Who you think was more wrong? Who was more wrong?
I don't think anyone's right.
Her physical violence was a higher degree of wrong than me just simply talking shit. But what I'm trying to tell you is that I still accept my portion of responsibility in this matter.
Bro. But why are you saying all this stuff that people like Banksy should know better, and they're gonna have to learn sooner or later, and then that's what happened, didn't it, Banksy? Like to yourself. Why are you saying that about your situation?
But I'm not.
Are you saying about your situation that people like you need to learn these lessons, even though you're allowed to talk shit in Speaker's Corner? The fact that you do it is asking for trouble. So why are you saying that about your situation?
No. I'm asking because the fact is I expect trouble from the Muslim community at Speaker's Corner because they are savages. So I expect certain reactions from certain savages.
Did you not think she was a savage? You were calling her a savage.
100%, and most of them are.
So you asked
most of them are. The fact is,
you asked for the problem you got from her as well.
No, but it was what I call is a calculated risk. I know that I'm dealing with some
your
degree of
calculations
savages.
were wrong. the same way that girl's calculations
No, he's
were wrong.
saying he did it on purpose, the same as the woman.
But exactly, but I would carry on anyway.
We agreed that she might have done it on purpose.
But you don't realize. You don't realize
scientific.
Scientific. I still would say the things I say. Scientific. I would still say the things I say in the streets at Speaker's Corner, knowing the risks. In fact, Hatun has far greater risks than I do.
If Hatun carries on to do it, she's not different to you. So you shouldn't be
what I'm saying is
they're only doing exactly what
doing that, knowing the risks. Women, especially these sassy, sort of slaggy types like this one, have been doing this for so many years without ever even contemplating the risks that are involved. And then when she gets a brick in the face, she's shocked that this has happened. Oh my God, I acted like a fool, and then I fucking found out what the world is about, that some assholes out there are fucking savages that are going to throw bricks in my face. So next time, I promise you, this girl is going to be a different person when she's out. That's what happened.
It didn't stop you from abusing Zabida. So,
no, it did. It actually calmed down because it came to a precipice. I still call her a slag.
So you are saying she deserved it.
No, but what I'm saying is that there was an ending to a period of trolling, because after that she went off, did other things. She barely came to Speaker's Corner. I still carried on going to Speaker's Corner, but I'm not after Zubaydah anymore because it came kind of like an arc. It ended that arc, that particular event. But nevertheless, I still haven't changed my opinions of her. She's still a fat.
You learned your lesson. You messed around. You fucked around. She made you find out, and then you learned your lesson.
Yeah, you could say that. If you want to say that, say that. There was an arc. There was an arc to that event, though.
Sorry, go on. Accepting that you're a hypocrite, though.
About what?
Like, basically, scientific method is drawn a parallel between your conduct and this woman's conduct, but yet you're using this woman's conduct as some sort of life lesson for women. Now,
I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. So women should 100% be far more careful and far more steadfast and conscious of the environment that they go into.
But don't you think it's ironic that you've done the exact same thing as this woman in the past?
Oh, but I'm actually saying for people who go into Speaker's Corner and want to call fat slags and want to fuck with Muslims, recognize that these savages are going to attack you at some point. Hatun has found out many times, fucked around and found out. In fact, even Bob's found out from time to time. When you're dealing with Muslims, you're dealing with.
You don't get what I'm trying to point out here, Banksy, bro. One sec. If I'm saying things to provoke people and I get a reaction out of them, then even though they've overreacted and put a brick in my face, the fact is, I would have carried on like doing more. I would have escalated it and escalated until something did happen, right? So therefore,
how do you mean? You mean if no one put a brick in your face, you would just keep going?
Out of your way, like, to provoke people to get a reaction, so you can go on TikTok, right? And we're saying, that they overreacted by sticking a brick in her face, right? But the fact is, if they never stuck a brick in her face, she would have carried on escalating it and doing more and more and more things.
Probably.
Until something bad did happen. So for people to not have any sympathy for her, or for you for that matter, or for Hatun for that matter, is logical and reasonable.
To some extent, this is what I'm trying to say, Con. I'm saying I accept my share of responsibility in the events between me, Zubaydah, and Waleed. I don't exclude. I'm not saying I was just an innocent victim. No, I share some of that responsibility, but her reactions to what I did was disproportionate, and this is exactly the same as the brick guy. The brick guy's response is wildly disproportionate to what this for whatever that woman did. Of course it is, and it's completely wrong. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say that, but what I'm trying to say is that this woman has to recognize her role in that situation. She is not completely innocent, and she is not completely guilt-free.
When you're saying she was shocked, I don't agree with you.
Of course, she was screaming on
escalating people and used it to her benefit in terms of social media, because this whole social media thing, especially TikTok, he's been set up for people to be more and more controversial, more and more escalatory.
You have to escalate. Yeah, you have to just become more and more crazy.
And she worked that out.
That's possible. That's possible. But what I'm
So
saying
there was
is
this young boy. What was his name?
that
Mizzy or Mitzi, that bad boy.
Mizzy,
You know the one?
yeah.
He was
Yeah,
running into people's houses and
ran,
sitting down in their living
exactly.
room and whatever.
If that was in America, he would have got fucking shot.
He got sectioned for that.
There you go.
He got sectioned for that.
Yeah, of course he had to. He should have been. He should have been.
Right.
If he had a decent set of parents, they would have smacked his ass
his
for it.
behavior was promoted by social media. Because he found himself in that environment where he was like escalating things and wasn't really being logical or reasonable or thinking, all right, I can stop it at this level. He just basically let himself get carried on the wave of fame and fortune. Even Piers Morgan had him on his show.
Well, this is the thing. This is the fucked up thing, Con. Believe it or not, this event,
bro.
this break. No, but that's the irony. This is the insanity of the modern era of clickbait. This woman now, with this, because she had this brick in her face, she is now far more popular. Look at the show that I've been on 3 different shows with this fucking woman as a subject. She is now a fucking, tornado on the internet. She's trending on Twitter and all over YouTube. She's developed. She's actually increased her fame. This was the best fucking thing that happened to her for her social media career.
Right. So do you agree that when you're saying she was shocked that she got a brick in the face?
Well, I think she was still shocked. She was still shocked. No, I think she was still shocked because that is still an extremely. I mean, if she got slapped in the face, she may have been less shocked about it. But to get someone to chuck a rock or a brick or whatever it was at her fucking face, I think for anyone, if Zubaydah had chucked a brick at my face, I would have thought of that as far more excessive than getting kneed in the ass. So you know what I mean? There's still escalation levels even with violence, and so I'm sure she was still, and she was probably concussion. She had a concussion as well, depending on how hard. Because looking at the swelling on the side of her face, although it couldn't have been that hard because a brick would have most likely cut into her skin. She didn't look like she was bleeding. She didn't look like she had any sort of lacerations in the head. So she wasn't bleeding. So it couldn't have been that hard.
She could have internal bleeding.
That could have been it. Yeah, I mean, definitely. She had trauma for sure. I mean, that face was swollen.
One of the worst things that could happen now is, like, let's say, God forbid, she drops dead tomorrow.
Well, no. I mean, no. This has been a few days, though, isn't it? This isn't just.
Is it? I don't know. But I'm saying, imagine she would have died.
Yeah, no. I mean, of course.
It would have been a situation where, rather than it going in this particular argument that Lady D and 9either is trying to bring, it would have been a complete.
Of course. I mean, even I myself, although I know she fucked around and she found out, but if she'd actually died from it, I would, nobody would have gone for her this way. They would be like, look, no matter what she did, nobody deserves to die for acting the fool. But what I'm trying to say is, actually, I think she's lucky she got away with this one, and now I promise you, she will correct her behavior. When she's out, she's going to be a bit more humble about it. Because she doesn't know when the next brick's going to come. She doesn't know when the next crazy is going to be.
A little bit. I need to go now, Banksy, but big up yourself, bro.
Big up everyone. Oh my God, it's 8:23. I don't know. I'm stuck with Lady Divine. Everyone's leaving. Holy shit. Oh, it's Betty. Betty, jump on. Is Veli gone? Is it just me? Okay, guys and girls. It looks like I'm holding it down on the Veli Vision, on the G block. How the hell did this happen? Lady D, are you still there? Oh, Lady D, are you still there? No, Lady D. Veli. Courtesy phone number 2 for Mr. Veli Vision. Veli Vision to courtesy phone number 2. And it's 43 people. Okay, so we have 43 people. And I have to entertain all you fucks on my own, huh? To hold it down. Or represent. For most of you guys out there who's still holding on to the fact that I'm some kind of wild and crazy misogynist, that all these women should be getting bricked. No, I would like to correct your opinions to say no, being bricked is still bad. Any kind of bricking to the face is still bad. I hold firm to that. Bricking people in general, men or women, is wrong, kids. That's right. Just say no to bricks. Just say no, kids, because it is always bad to throw a brick at someone's head. Always. Although there are situations within Islam which, funnily enough, if you are stoning a woman to death and she is being buried up to her chest, apparently under those circumstances, bricking a woman to death is actually acceptable. And there are videos out there to attest to this. And the fucking Muslims still want me to believe that they're not savages. They still get upset when I say they're fucking savages. I saw some comments in here calling the Muslims at Speaker's Corner savages. You fucks bury people up to their waists and then brick them to death. We're talking about one savage who threw a brick at a woman's face, who then she complained about. I have seen executions like that. I've seen videos of women buried up to their fucking waist with children running around the fucking feet, whilst grown men picked up giant bricks, literally pieces of bricks. I saw there was some of them were stones, some of them were pieces of bricks, and they stoned this woman to death. I saw that in 2000 and I'd like to say 4 or 3. It was somewhere in that period actually it was earlier than that, maybe 2002, because I never believed that stonings still happened in Islamic countries. And the fucked up thing is, the video that I saw, it was Iranians. I thought these were the savages of Saudis and the Emiratis and the Yemenis and Pakistanis. I thought it was those savages. No, they were Iranians, and they weren't Afghans. They were not Afghani. They were speaking Farsi. I could hear them. And they were speaking with an Iranian accent. This was in Iran. These fucking savages were doing that. So before you go and start losing your collective shit and setting your underwear on fire because I'm going after the Arabs, no, I'm going after Muslim savages. Those who actually pick up bricks and stone a woman to death. That's right. That's right. Those fucking savages exist. And they exist in Iran, of all places. Fucking Iran. My own home fucking country. My people. My blood. My soil. That's why I don't hold back. I come for all you cunts. I come for all you fuckers. All of you savages, whether you speak Farsi, Arabic, Punjabi, fucking Urdu, I don't give a shit. I'm coming for all you fuckers. Yeah, there's someone in the back chat, Veli. Someone in the back chat. I think Scientific is in the back. Come on, Veli. Let some people on, Veli. Let's do this thing. What's happened? You almost let someone on, Veli. Veli, I'm not holding this shit down by myself. I'm liable to have the whole of Speaker's Corner fucking out with daggers the next time I go down. Excuse me. But yeah, Scientific is in the back, Veli. Come on. How come the Muslim women don't deserve it for effing around? Oh, some of them do, Scientific. Some of these fucking Iranian women, these Arab women, go and look at Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa, she fucks around too much. She's going to find out too. She did all that slaggy porn shit. And now she's crying about how, she was coerced into doing porn. Yeah, fuck her. She's on fucking OnlyFans. She's making a fortune. She makes millions of dollars a month out of OnlyFans now. And she's crying about how it was terrible being in the porn industry. It's ungrateful, man. Some of these women are just fucking ungrateful. I think he's at the gym. Oh, fuck me, Veli. Veli, you're gonna just absolutely screwed me. Lady Divine left too. I think she just dropped off. She's like, fuck this. I don't need this shit. I know I was a little bit harsh with poor 9either, my darling queen 9either. Listen to me, my chocolate princess. Although we've had a little bit of argument, I like to consider this a lover's tiff. They say never go to bed angry, and never go to bed after an argument. So let us have makeup sex soon. Okay? You give me a holler, baby. Give me a call. I'll come round. We'll do this thing, and we will chill, and we'll be back on good terms again. Because I know you love me, 9either. 9either, 9either. I love you, 9either. Because you're only a phone call away. God, I can't sing. I wish I could sing. I need to learn how to sing better. I know you guys enjoy my my singing. Stoning for adultery. Banksy. Yes, yes. That's creepy, man. Yes, yes. I know my siren sounds are soothing, Sonny. I know that you always look forward to my blessed siren, angelic voice just coming at you. Good or bad, happy or sad. Oh, I think let's stay together. Oh, are you trying to encourage me to sing Ling do dull? I think she's putting up some sort of quotes here. I mean, exactly. I mean, that's the thing, scientific and also cognitive. These poor women are being stoned to death on bullshit, trumped up charges of adultery and shit like that. And I'm again, they're savages. That's why they do shit like that. And of course, I don't want any women to actually, be stoned to death. What I am, and I have always been insisting, is that women have to take account of some degree of responsibility for their actions in life. Unlike men, which is evidently clear in the world, if you fuck around as a man, you very quickly find out from literally school age. We immediately have consequences for our fucking around. You fuck around with the big kid, you're going to get a punch square in the face. And no one's actually going to defend you for it, really. No one's really going to go, oh, how could you do that? How you hit a smaller boy than you? No, nobody gives a shit. You take one right in the face, and then you either give one back or you take another one in the face. And sometimes you might take a couple of kicks too, whilst you're in a fetus position, whatever the fuck you end up in. So you either punch back or you get a punch in the face. And we know the line. As men, we all know there's a line. You fuck around, you find out. Sometimes there's a punch in the face. Sometimes there's a knee in the ass. You never know. You never know where it's going to come from. But women, you guys have had a free ride for way too long. Way too fucking long. That's why you all fuck around. And you don't find out until a brick comes your way. Then you fucking find out. Now, unfortunately, this woman is one of many who's been humbled by a brick. I think there are probably easier ways to humble women. I think women, you should listen maybe to your elder men, fathers, uncles, grandparents, grandfathers, whoever, and perhaps not to, go around the streets like a total slag. That's just a thought. That's just from me to you. Free advice, free of charge. My Cash App is available for those who are interested. It's # half as UK. Just feel free. Oh, we have the men. Come on, fellas, you're on board now. I can't fucking do this on my own anymore.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in Banksy. How you doing, fellas?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm sorry that one of your son ladies took a brick in the face, but it was from another son man. So, Kale, you can't really blame us fucking ice and stone fucking people.
No, I just wanted to have a discussion because we're old. We look young, but we're old, and I have to blame the men for why women behave how they are. And I've said this many times. If men do what they're supposed to be doing, and if men put the order in, then women won't behave that way. And it's very difficult for us to understand that, which is very strange.
But Kale, look at the men. Look at the men. Look at the world. Just open your eyes. Look at half the Gen Zs and Gen X, Gen millennials. Like 25 or 35% of them identify as LGBT. They identify as God knows how many of them are trying to become women. Men are trying to become women. You're saying look to men. Men are fucking cutting off their nuts and putting on dresses, dude. That's the fucking men.
But Banks, we got to be honest, right? We spoke about this before. Who pushed the feminist movement?
I know, men, white men.
Right.
White women, white women, really.
But it was the man again. you understand?
Well, they allow
Now,
it. True.
right, you see, because women, Banksy, right? Although we're supposed to respect them, they don't have that power the way how us men deem it to be. You see, sexuality and that, you know, you'll get a man, I can't control myself. But it's been proven that the man should control, right, his sexual urges so the woman doesn't use it against him, which will make him not be able to lead the family. So what I'm saying is that we're supposed to direct everything at the man. Right. Women behave the way they are because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. If the men are in the houses and they're providing and they're bringing structure, you understand, then women are going to say to themselves, if we do anything, then the men are going to tell us this is wrong. But the fact that they have to express themselves because they've had enough of men, which lead us men to hit them, right, which hitting in that way with bricking a woman, you shouldn't need to do that. I understand sometimes they may be grabbing because sometimes your wife or your girlfriend's going to grab you and things like that. But throwing a brick, Banksy, man, that is us.
Crazy, man. Oh, shit. KO. Come back, KO. This was actually one conversation that I'm fully on board with him. Okay, let's hope he's coming back. He obviously lost connection. But he's right. No, he's right. It's the men. We have to blame the men.
I was enjoying that.
But what do you think, Scientific? I mean, I agree. I think men, we as the weaker the men have become in the West, the more the you know, out of control the women have got. I think the men are the ones who have to lead. We have to lead them out of this bullshit and this thottery. Effectively, is what I call is the thottery.
I don't really see a big problem. Like, I think you guys focus on a few individuals or maybe even a growing trend amongst a certain percentage and kind of generalize a bit too much. From my experience, I think, you know, there is a lot of crazy, young, silly people out there, and that's in many aspects, many respects, many walks of life. I don't think there's this massive problem with women getting out of control and getting away with too much, and
you don't
the society's going to collapse.
You don't see the way you guys every weekend on a Saturday night. I mean, I used to work
from the 80s. That used to happen in the 80s. Yeah, but that's no difference between the 80s and 90s, and
this has been happening. That's the thing. It's generational. This has been.
Yeah, but what's the big deal? Men go out drinking, women go out drinking.
No, but men can go out drinking is an entirely different thing to women going out drinking and you know,
yeah, but in terms of rights, they should both have the right to do it.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, if you look at women are inherently more vulnerable. It's not. There aren't many men who complain about being raped on a Saturday night. But
yeah, but the fact that's
women who
yeah, but then that's going back to the idea which you are against, but then sometimes you're for, which is that if you live in a society where you're vulnerable, don't do anything, don't demand rights, don't try to fulfill your rights. So you know, it's just confusing for me, because a minute ago you was going on at the people stoning women to death in their countries, but why don't you just use the same argument and say those women should know better? They live in a country where they know the rules, don't mess around with men, and they shouldn't get accused of rape.
No, but the thing is, you've got this, like this is exactly actually one of the TED Talks that Sam Harris did once, and he showed a picture of these just women in burqas, or women in, actually it was, I think, Iranian, chadors, just entire fucking field full of these women in these black dresses. And then he showed a picture of a bunch of Western magazines with women just barely bikinis, even just completely, practically naked with just a few string bikinis. And he's like, look, we can't, it's not just like it's either this or that. There's got to be something in the middle of this. It's not, you can't just say, oh, it's either women in burqas or women in practically no clothes on magazines. No, there is a middle to this. There has always been a middle ground to this, where women could dress modestly and sensible and be, and have that middle ground where they're not in burqas, but they're not also fucking naked in the middle of the street, drunk, passed out on a Saturday night. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you ever worked at bars or I mean, I've worked in bars, I've worked in mini cabs, I've done loads of different things over the years, and I've seen a lot of Fridays and Saturday nights where women are fucking hell, just mashed up, could barely walk. Like, there's predators out there. You don't have any consciousness of the dangers that are out in the middle of the night. I don't know.
Yeah, but Banksy is still the man's responsibility again, man. You should know that psychologically, man, men and women are different. We have been programmed to take care of women. That doesn't mean you put up with the things that they do. I'm not saying that you allow them to get away with things. No, that's not the man's nature. However, we're responsible. We're supposed to lead them so they don't do certain things, and we're not doing a good job. Men as a whole.
Sorry, Kale. If a father wants to be stern with his daughter, no, you're not going to wear that mini skirt on Saturday night. No, you're not going to go out till 3 a.m. and get pissed. I'm going to come and pick you up. Tell me at 1 o'clock where you are. I'm coming there. I'm picking you up. I'm bringing you home. If a father is that responsible, then what do they say? Oh, my dad is so controlling. He just suffocates me. He's putting me in a cage. That's what they fucking complain about. When the father is trying to keep your ass safe, trying to keep your ass from the fucking sharks that are roaming the streets at 3 a.m. They don't let men fucking do the things they're supposed to do.
But Banksy, it needs a collective of men. That's what I'm saying. If we all do it together, then it shuts down the woman believing that she can be that way. She's only been that way because she's been allowed to. Do you understand? So if one of us tells our daughters, you can't do this, then the other daughter's going to say, well, my dad allows him to do that. I can do. That's what I'm saying. It needs to be all of us. We are the leaders, right? That's supposed to make sure women are safe, make sure women, have the rights to be able to express themselves. But at the same time, we're supposed to make sure that they're led correctly. And it goes back to ancient times, man. You know what I mean? That's why when I'm listening on the panel, I'm hearing loads of us guys blaming the women and saying things, but it's like, but hold on a minute. You know what I mean? We've been, whether you want to believe in the creator or not, but, biologically and psychologically, it's in us that we have to lead women. They yearn for us to lead us. That's why they test us all the time. Oh, let me see what type of man he is. They'll push your buttons to see if you're firm, strong, etc. Always behaving like how we women do. Oh, I don't want to mate with him. He's not a man. That's why they do certain things. But we are in charge, bro. We have to lead it. And we have to blame the men who's in power, because they the one that pushes feminism completely. You know what I mean?
I mean, I heard one story, and I'm pretty sure this is actually accurate, although I don't have a link to confirm this for you guys. But the feminism, especially the ones I think it was in America, because I'm not sure whether feminism started in America or in Britain, but it was kind of very similar sort of periods together. Now, the feminists who rose up in America. They literally did it at the same time as the American men, white man, gave the black man the right to vote. And the white women got pissed at that because they were like, why does this black former slave get to vote and I don't? And so that's what spawned their activism.
That's a bit incorrect because, believe it or not, in the time of the Honourable Marcus Garvey and his co-president Charlotte Bass, is that Garvey shown that the man and the woman should be able to vote, and it was the white woman in America that told the power structure in America, are you going to allow this Negro to allow his woman to vote? And then that's why they allowed the European woman in America to vote, and then Margaret Sanger, who's what's that program? Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but then it went into the UK. So that's how it began from there. That's the
I swear women got the right. Something like I swear women got their rights in the 30s, and the civil rights was in the 60s, isn't it?
No.
No.
This is slave. Yeah. This is the time of when after the slavery period, where they were going to allow free slaves to, because at the time the only people that could vote was landowners and white landowners. But then they started to contemplate that there's going to be now black landowners, black male landowners, and so they would then get the right to vote according to those sets of rules. and the fact that they're free and all that. So it was more in that period when all of this sort of kicked off. Now I don't know whether
they didn't extend the voting rights to any black people though at that time.
No, and that's what I was saying. Due to the Marcus Garvey movement, that is when it was is relevant that time. That's when it all kind of like the thought, oh, we gotta. But Banksy, as I said, man, like you know, man, like women won't behave a certain way, you know, unless men stop what they do. I mean, look at, for example, men always say women think they're too nice, right? But you compliment them all the time. You see what I'm saying? And that you tell them every day that they're beautiful. You know what I mean? They haven't earned your attention, but you so if you're getting all the men, oh, you're beautiful, beautiful, then the woman's gonna say to herself, well, I don't really need to chase your attention. I'm gonna get it straight away. That's us men again.
This is the thing as well, and this is the problem with the internet, is it has hyper accelerated that attention that women seek. That's why women love that fucking Instagram so much, because it's constant affirmation. No,
bro,
but women do.
Anybody
women chase
wants
that
attention
a hell of a lot more than men do.
Yeah. Be that as it may, the simple fact of the matter is that now it's easy for almost anyone to get shitloads of attention from random people, no matter what they do, as long as they tap into the right kind of market for it.
Yeah,
and
but women,
there's a lot of that going on.
Your average,
yeah, but you're not understanding scientific method. Yeah, you're not understanding, because as I said, brother, it's easier for a woman to have sex with a man than unless you know what you're doing, so that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the attention thing, if you don't know what you're doing, you're giving women attention, and then it's like, well, who are you to tell me I'm beautiful? I just heard that 2 seconds ago before you came. So that's going to make them behave a certain way. And then also men are complaining because you're not doing the game properly. You know what I mean? So,
me personally, I don't really need to play such superficial and silly games in any personal relationships I have. I mean, we do all play games, like, you know, you catch me at work, I play games like anyone, but between my family and, you know, close friends, we don't really play too much games like that. We're a bit more straightforward and open and honest with stuff. You know, I don't really play that. If I wanted to call someone beautiful, I just call them beautiful. I don't worry about, oh, maybe I say it too much and they would devalue it. That doesn't really play on me.
But scientific method, you're not understanding where we're coming from, because with the conversations about, all due respect here, is that men believe that women are out of line. You know what I mean? They can go up to them, stand toe to toe to them, etc. Because we don't have respect for men. You see, when you understand the logical mind of the woman, she understands, I will submit myself to a man that is supposed to be a man. But if you're doing, you're chasing them when they haven't earned the respect, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, they're gonna.
Yeah, but I disagree with you from the very premise. I don't think that automatically all men deserve respect from all women, or anything like that, or any particular man deserves any particular respect from any woman. That's to do with their interaction, relationship, understanding, or judgment of each other. I don't think that anybody kind of inherently deserves it.
Well, of course, you're right that you have to earn your respect. But what I mean is that is exactly the problem. Actually, is that men, by simping, and I think this is the core of what Hale is really talking about, and this is what even Khan was saying about the manosphere and the red pill thing, is that men are now being told by other men, more experienced men, more educated and elder men, stop the simping. I myself, I'm on a quest till I die to kill simping. Simping must die. Simping must be made illegal. Simping must be eradicated. The amount of men who pay for fucking
let people women, simp, man. Let people simp if they want to. What big deal? What's the big deal?
Should not, because fucking thoughts 3 or 4s are all over OnlyFans making £100,000-200,000 a year.
What?
From some simps on the internet. And
so what? It's not you, is it? It's not your money. It's not you, is it?
Because
so
that
what?
Degrades men. No, because it fucks with us.
How does that degrade you, Banksy? How does that degrade?
It fucks with all of us, because these women.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. What you're telling me is that the fact that there are cheap hoes out there who will stick their bits on OnlyFans, and the fact that there are sad, desperate losers who've got a bit of money out there who will pay for it, you're saying that somehow devalues your masculinity or makes you less of a man. Bro, your relationships... Hang on, wait. Regardless of what other
men get generalized, though.
No, what do you mean men? I'm talking about you. So what? I'm talking about you.
No, but it's not.
How come I don't feel offended by this? How come I don't feel anything from this? How come I don't feel anything from this? I don't think anybody. I don't think any other people. I don't think any. So okay. I live in this world where all this stuff is going on as well. Do you think that because some women out there get to do this with some men out there who are happy to do it and devalue themselves? To me, that's individuals doing, repping themselves. Now, nobody can treat me any different. Nobody can treat me as a man and how I carry myself in my world any different based on their relationships with other people online. Every individual has to handle themselves in their own relationships and take responsibility for that. Sitting around crying, sitting around crying that other men have made me weak and that's why women bully me, that is pathetic.
But you have to, but collectively, right, you'll get judged on that, and that's what you fail to realize. We've got sons. My son's old. Do you understand? So he's got to understand, because men have not done what they're supposed to be doing, taking care of women, not making sure that they can stay in their feminine nature. Do you understand? Women are going to behave a certain way. So you need to learn certain skills to separate yourself from the other men. However, you got to understand that. What do you mean that, bro?
Well, you're just relying on the fact that you can't make things. No, I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'll tell you what I am getting. You're saying that the reason why you can't make your relationships work with women in your life is because the collective of men have let you down. What I'm saying is, regardless of what the collective of men are doing and allowing women to do, I take responsibility for my own relationships with women in my life, and I won't blame nobody else if that goes wrong or there's anything wrong about it.
Yes.
The difference is you guys are blaming outside people.
No. Scientific method, right? You're not getting it, because first of all, individually, we're not talking about individually, we're talking about as a collective, because there is a common theme.
Let me give you. Okay, Kale, allow me to give scientific.
No, but before you talk, Banksy, because I was listening in my kitchen.
Hello,
I'm like, no fucking way. So, Banksy, did I just hear you complain about the oldest profession in the world?
No, I'm not complaining about the women being slags. No, I'm talking about men being
No, stop. Like, Banksy, you're too old to use that terminology. I swear to God. It sounds ridiculous, Banksy.
Slags or simps?
Yeah? So stop it. So, because I heard you say, these women out here are selling pussy and it's fucking up our shit. Ain't it you that just said that, bro?
No, I said simping must die. I'm blaming the men. I'm not blaming. This is supply and demand. I don't care about the supply. I'm talking about the demand. I want the demand to stop.
What's your definition of simping, Banksy?
Men who basically are, do ridiculous things, like they pay for OnlyFans girls to show their stupid tits when there's tits for free.
So basically,
let me finish. No, because you asked me a question and then you stop me before I answer it. Let me finish. Let me land. I'm talking about men who literally, there are men out there who are called pay pigs, where they pay women to insult them and degrade them. There are men out there who pay for women, for simps on, they simp for women on Twitch, where these Twitch thoughts basically literally complain when these men don't give them enough money for doing nothing but showing a bit of cleavage. That's simping. Is ridiculous shit that men do for women who are never going to sleep with them, never going to have anything to do with them.
So basically,
that should make things easier for you if you're an alpha male. So basically,
Banksy, you want men to stop looking pussy.
No, I want men to stop simping for women.
But simping for women is a part of looking pussy, no?
No, you can find pussy. If you're talking about the internet, you can find like literally 1,000 years worth of free pussy on the internet.
Right, you see, this is what I'm trying to say to you, Banksy. You're like,
why are men paying for this shit?
Well, listen, so Banksy, let me ask you a question. What will you do to get pussy, Banksy?
What do I do to get pussy?
What would you do? Yeah, you. What would you do to get pussy?
What? As in real life women?
Yes, real life women.
Well, no, I mean, I
what
meet
would you
women.
do to get
We go
pussy?
out, we date.
Or a better question is, what have you done to get pussy? Go on.
It all depends. I mean, I'm old school. Obviously, I come from the bars and clubs era. Although Plenty of Fish has been very good to me over the years, but that was really in the early sort of era of the internet dating.
Yeah. So what would you do, man?
Bars,
what
clubs,
would you do?
friends, parties. I got
okay. So you've met a girl at a party, Plenty of Fish, and all that. Okay. Now you've met her. What do you do to get the pussy?
Well, we date, we go out, I treat her nice.
You treat her nice. What does that include?
What? Oh, dear God, shall I give you a play-by-play of my dates?
Well, yes, because I'm trying to get your definition of simping, innit?
But you're saying that I'm simping.
And when I'm listening, let me
Anita.
finish. When I'm listening to you, it sounds like anything a man does to get pussy is simping. Yeah?
No,
so now I'm trying to find out what you done to get pussy.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you ever been a simp, for example?
Let me clarify it for you.
Have you ever been a simp?
Well, I've never paid for a woman that I didn't have
Have you ever been a simp? By your definition,
this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Simp?
If by my definition, simping is paying for a woman that will not give you sex. Like buying women's naked photos on the internet.
You're just
so for me, I've never done. Man. No, because I just told you prior to, when you asked me, what do you think a simp is? What did I tell you? I said men who pay for OnlyFans, men who pay money to women.
But isn't OnlyFans just the 21st century prostitution, bro?
But the thing is that at least with a prostitute, you get to have sex with the prostitute. Paying for a prostitute is better than simping. Did you hear
what I said, man? Did you hear? I said 21st century. Like, I know that you flirted with women online, have you not?
Well, that's not simping.
No, by your definition, it is though, because it's not real life.
I just told you, money. I'm trying to clarify for you, Nanitha. If you give money as a man to a woman that you're not having sex with, you are simping.
You've been a simp. You have simped out to a woman and didn't get no pussy.
Because you're changing my definition of simping. What are you saying that is simping?
What I am doing is holding your foot to the fire, because man like you like to wiggle out, give definitions, and then move the goalposts. You see what I'm saying?
Nanitha, let me make it crystal clear for you. Let me make it crystal clear for you what I mean.
That's what you are doing.
Listen,
you are actually turning man into simps.
Nanitha, let me tell you exactly what I mean for simping.
You ain't got no children, but you're out here trying to tell men what to do. It's ridiculous.
Nanitha,
this is why there's an increase in men with no marriage, no children, just fucking Andrew Tate,
Nanitha, if you're paying, my definition of simping is that if you're paying
saying, Banksy,
to a woman that you will never have sex with, that you're never going to meet,
find a woman, Banksy, make some kind of honest woman of her and have some children, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Nanitha, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Because what I'm saying is, like I'm saying,
married and having children is not the definition of a man.
That doesn't make a man into being pussies, and you don't even get it. Like, for example, Banksy, why are you nearly 50 with no children? What's going on?
How do you even know that I'm nearly 50 without children?
I know you're.
How do you even know I'm nearly 50?
You're nearly 50. Banksy.
I'm not. But okay, whatever.
You're in your mid 40s at the very least. Yeah. The point being, traditionally, a man like you would be married with children. Why ain't you married with children, Banksy?
How do you know I'm not?
Because you're not, Banksy.
Okay.
You're not. We know you're not, right?
You think I'm not.
So now I'm saying, okay, bam. Why now are you, as a man that's approaching 50, yeah, well educated, good job, blah 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 blah? Why ain't you got a wife and kids by now?
Because it's none of your business why I don't. Even if I don't,
tell you why,
but you don't even know I don't.
I'm gonna tell you why, Banksy.
Okay, you go ahead and psychoanalyze.
Because you've allowed yourself to be groomed by these dickheads out here, yeah, whereby now you start to you basically hate women, innit? You're that much away from hating women